Hello guys, welcome back to Logical as always, and yeah, so in the last video we basically done adventure mode in on Earth, so we did, and I sort of realized very quickly that that was a terrible idea due to the fact that I am missing two items, which will have been explained in the video, so it will have been that I missed two items, that being Leto's necklace and the strange coin for the magnum that you get off of Ace, right? Guys, I farmed Earth for the guts of 6 hours, and they're the two parts that I'm missing. I am sorry, but that's too much of an extreme for me to deal with right now. So it is with the amount of stuff that I have planned and content to come out. That 6 hours for not even getting everything is a little bit too much of an extreme for me. So going on from here, we are literally just going to focus on purely the campaign stuff. So we are, and as bad as it sounds, it's all I really can do right now. Obviously, I'll probably do adventure mode if I'm after certain things, but as it sits for right now, guys, it's just not something I can do. That there's just way too much for what I'm trying to get done for today, or get done in general. So it is. So yeah, we're just gonna proceed onwards with the rest of the story and do what we can, more or less, if we can. Oh, did I get lucky on the first gate? Happy days. Skip, skip. Yes, yes, yes.
What?
Don't worry, I'll do it, I'll do it, I'll do it.
He is not.
Moving on.
You see, but I warn you.
Oh, don't worry, I'll be taking him out too.
Go
Farewell.
well.
Seek the Undying King. Right, so now we're in Rome, so we are. Which is one of the nicer areas. But yeah, like seriously guys, like whenever, like what trait, like I've got 10 trait points available. When did we finish Earth? And now I've got another 10 trait points available. You know what I mean? Like, and this is not counting the ones that I've already spent. I think I've spent 30 trait points so far. Do you get where I'm coming from on this one? Like, too much of an extreme to farm Earth for that extended amount of time. It's too much, and I cannot do it. So we're just going to proceed onwards, and obviously next up we've got Rome. Now, there is World Walker. What, I should have kept some trade points. Damn it. World Walker stamina cost. That would have been very damn useful whenever I was running around Earth like a headless fucking chicken. And like we even farmed Earth to the point that we're starting to get galvanized iron as well. You're technically not meant to get galvanized iron until near the end game, so you're not. Well, no, that's pardoned. Mid game, we'll say then. So Rome, basically the idea with Rome is this is an irradiated wasteland. So whereas the root was rot, Rome is, whereas root is rot, Rome would be radiation. So what radiation does to you, funnily enough, is radiation reduces your stamina, which is not a bad thing. Also, what I find really annoying is the fact that these guys have helmets. It kind of becomes problematic for the kind of build that I'm doing. But we do get a very neat armor set here. So we do, so I'm not going to complain too roughly about it. But yeah, you get the general gist of it as well. It's just, oh boy, I'm going to be honest guys, it wasn't nice having to continuously go over Earth repeatedly, time and time again. I really did damage to myself whenever I done it, so yeah, we're just going to continue on, and we're not going to be doing any more adventure modes unless you want to see it. Again, that's purely based on, do you or do you not want to see it? So, let's move on with the rest of our day. Ooh, we've got a side dungeon straight off the bat. I'm not going to argue too much about that. Now, obviously, we do have our grenade launcher and stuff like that there, so bosses ain't going to be too difficult, I hope. First side dungeon. I am unsure, and right now, Concourse of the Sun. Not a clue where I'm at, and these guys have nice big heads to shoot. I don't like fighting these guys because their weapons hurt. And it's not like we're at the same time though, like it's actually ridiculous the way that this game scales too. So this game also, as I've discovered, scales really weirdly. We have really strong weapons for where we're at, but whatever way this game scales makes it really weird. So it does. I don't know if you have noticed, but I have a strong weapon, but it still takes more than one shot to kill them. You know what I mean? But we'll just see how this goes anyway. So I have no idea what is going to be held in this area. It has been that long since I've played this game, so yeah. I've just spent the last day trying to farm Earth for stuff that is just being impossible to get. As I says, we're sticking with the twisted mails we are because, well, passive health regen is just good in general, so it is. And we're sticking with our flaming SMG because, well, this SMG just does damage. That's all I have to say about it. It just does damage. I think it gets. I think this is the only area it doesn't actually get a damage boost. I think it gets. I think this is actually the only area that doesn't get a damage boost. So it is. It gets a damage boost on some enemies, just not all enemies. Right, guys, I need you to back the fuck up here. The extra health regen is just gonna be nice in general, though. That's. Can you leave me alone for 2 seconds? Thank you. Jesus Christ, talk about getting swamped here. Right. Sorry, but I'm going to die. Do I land? Grenade launch. Excuse me, how are you still alive? Oh, this game sometimes. This game sometimes just knows how to rub me the wrong direction. Some of the bosses in this game are just flat out ridiculous. I'm really starting to think I really should have picked up World Walker before I decided to go anywhere near the adventure mode, because being able to level up World Walker would have been so much easier. I'm not even joking, guys. Having World Walker active would have been so much easier for me running around. Because that's all that adventure mode was just running from A to B, grabbing shit that basically made no sense. Like, I've got a ridiculous abundance of scrap. I've got a ridiculous abundance of iron and scrap, forged iron. It's just, oh my god. I'm still actually kind of livid about having it. Like, it's whenever you think it's a good idea, and then you realize it's a bad idea. You know, it's one of those situations whenever you realize, oh, this sounds in theory, this sounds like a good idea, but in practice, it's a goddamn terrible idea. And at the same time, guys, I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of lost here. I don't know what I'm looking for here. And I keep getting swamped by fucking enemies, and I'm getting pissed off by it too. But no, yeah, can you leave me alone? Even with the additional health regen, these guys will piss off. I need you to die. What just screamed at me? Oh, you really, you're gonna be one of these guys, are you? I need you to leave me alone. Like, I've currently got 2 stacks of burning on me here. This game is just itching to bully me right now. It's just itching. It's just like, you farmed Earth, now we're gonna farm you. Is that as of right now? That's what it feels like. I farmed Earth, now we farm you.
It's over.
I'm trying to see if there's any. Ooh, item. No. What we get? Hunter's Halo. That's fine. I will have a look see and see what that ring does here in a second. So I will. Because I'm trying to avoid getting murked here. Right, Hunter's Halo. Increases effective range of all weapons by 6 meters. That's actually not a bad thing, so it isn't. That is actually particularly useful on any shotguns, because the shotguns in this game do in fact have terrible range. That's kind of a given fact. It's a shotgun, you know what I mean? But particularly in this here, you do kind of want good range, lah. But no, having that there is actually not a bad idea. That's actually quite nice. So it is. If it's needed, I suppose, would be the key point there. Nope, nothing there. Okay. So yeah. So yeah, it gives you a general gist of what my day has been like so far. Just grinding out, just literally grind. I'm gonna turn into a broken record here very soon if I don't fucking catch myself on. Ooh, look at this glowing rod. I don't even know what. Oh, I know what it's for now. Okay, I know it's a quest item, but you need 3 of them. That I do know, and I think it's for an armor set, I believe, which is not as of right now not very high on my to give a shit about list. Boss fights, Lost Gantry. Is this the dual boss fight or is this the? Oh no, it's actually where we can get the beam rifle. Okay, so this is got basically the beam rifle is one of the. Well, a lot of people would give it an S tier. Whenever whenever I done the beam rifle, I think I give it an A tier. But a lot of people just really love the beam rifle, so they do. Don't get me wrong, it has a good bit of power behind it when stacked up with the right build. But at the same time, though, it's one of those weapons that's a little bit. There's a little bit of jank whenever it's being used. Is the best way to explain it. I also do not have the ideal setup for this either. So I don't normally you would have something that's going to be a little bit more useful, which as of right now I do not have. Good thing, the one thing I do have though, health and health regen. 2 good things. I'm not gonna lie. Two things that are actually very beneficial in this position right now, considering I am dealing with absolute dog shit. I don't really have the right build equipped. The kind of build that you want for this here is a build that can deal with ads very easily, and this is not one of those builds. Well, it is and it isn't. There's these guys as well. This build is just more designed for not raw survivability, but just a decent amount of survivability. Just not enough to deal with getting hit in the back as well. You can sort of reach the equivalence on that one. And that's why I love the grenade. It's just the grenade launcher makes life so much easier. Right. I am caught between a rock and a hard spot here right now. A rock and a very hard spot right now. Jesus Christ almighty. Excuse me, I don't want to raid, I want to reload. So yeah, a rock and a really hard spot right now. I need you to die. There's 3 enemies remaining, so there's 1, 2, and then. Excuse me, mate, but I need you to die like semi soon. Thank you. Yeah, not my greatest showing. I'll say that much. Yeah, basically because I've spent so long on Earth, I have basically made the game harder for myself because it's whatever way this game scales. But I've basically made the game harder for myself thanks to this. Or more accurately, me being an idiot. But yes, we get the beam rifle. It is a very, very powerful weapon. And I'll explain why that is the case. The beam rifle, if you read it, it actually does radioactivity heats up. It deals more radiation damage the longer the wielder holds down the trigger. So it's like a consecutive damage increase, so to speak. So it is. So that's why the beam rifle is sort of seen as that. Problem is, radiation damage is actually it's not heavily resisted in the game. It's just enemies and bosses are naturally resistant, if that makes sense. Meaning that it's you can nearly call it the same as Dark Souls, whereas bosses don't have an awful lot of physical resistance, they have a lot of elemental resistance. And that's how this works as well. I would say more things have less fire resistance than they do actual radiation resistance from my testing. Right, well, let's just move on with the rest of our day, shall we? Right. Whenever it comes to bosses, there's a particular boss that I do want to fight because I want his weapon. Simply because his weapon is possibly one of the best. Alright, mate, I need you to fuck off. He'd be one of the enemies that you need to watch for because he will carve you up and spit you out faster than you can say yabba dabba. See, exploit kind of has lost any use in this place simply because these guys have masks, well, helmets. Some of them do, some of them, well, and that's gone for it. The fact that I managed to dodge that explosion makes me very happy. The fact that everything else though just likes to say yeah no makes me, oh shit, makes me very unhappy. So I'm gonna start dishing out some pain because everybody else likes to seem to just likes to annoy me today. Wow. I have basically made the game harder for myself, thanks. I need a new set of armor. I really am. I need a new set of armor. I'm not even gonna lie, guys. This is just getting to the point of sheer bullshit. I will burn you to a... No, actually, I'm gonna carve you up, actually. Simply because you annoyed me. And we're looking for any glowing blues because, as it says, the more... If I get less stamina cost, that's a good thing. Less stamina cost means I can run more, which means it just speeds up the in general overall game. Swear to God. Swear to Almighty God. Right, I know how I can't climb it out. Why is there so many? I don't remember the route being this bad, but Jesus Christ, these are coming out of everywhere. What enemy have I pissed off now? I heard that weird sound, basically implying big boss inbound, or just somebody who's really big and annoying. Well, I'm assuming they're gonna crawl up my ass at some point. Either that, or I'm gonna get hit by a random Kamehameha. Or he's just gonna crawl up my ass. That's always an option. So yeah, enjoy my flamethrower, mate. I hope you enjoyed, because by God I did. Right. So we actually have the shop for this area. If we don't get the part, basically this asshole here is a boss. But he's not who we're here for. He is. Good doggo. So, fun point. Pet the doggo. Good boy. An account-wide item has been added. Basically, it's a summon, and he is broken. The dog summon is broken, so he is. Right, I need you to ask about business. Yes. Trinkets. Increase range damage by 7% for 20 seconds after a ranged kill stacks up to 3 times. 7 that's 21% damage increase. Give me that right now. That there tends to be the idea that I'm working with right now. Dragon Hearts heal all enemies 100% base effectiveness. Increase all healing effectiveness by 50%. So that there actually works on my chest piece as well. Now, if I am correct, what I can do here, if I am correct, can I ask you about that one there? Talk again. Mask. Ask again. Construct. Bygone era. Says more of a statue. Can I ask about you? No secrets. Construct outside. Right. Why are you being unnecessary? What kind of secrets? No. Right, hang on. Let's try this again, shall we? Right. I like to talk business.
Not
100 scrap
many
for a
know
secret.
the soul, but the carry. I appreciate your business.
100 scrap for a secret.
Those alive. Are they wrong? I'm sure.
Oh, come on.
I
That's
await
not what I
your
wanted,
return.
game.
You may. An
The
ancient monster.
construct outside is absolutely.
Ah,
I'm good,
the
farewell.
phoenix
All
ray.
over house is like, I'm good, bye. No. First things first, business.
Business.
Business it is.
There
100
is
for another one.
perhaps
Yeah.
that thing. I'm sure.
Again, I do this again. I really need to stop doing that there. I also just realized you're not selling
I
a
await
permanent
your
increase.
return.
Who is it? Oh no, I know who it is. Damn it! We're unlikely going
Business.
to be able to get what I
This
actually
land
want in this area.
is weakness, but
There's basically one of the
you didn't
buffs.
hear all
It's
I
one of those
have.
art. Oh my god! Can I
You
stop doing
returned
that there?
safely.
I just want the secrets. I just want the secrets.
Business.
Business it is.
Oh,
100
alas.
scrap. Oh, was that it?
Business.
There we
I'm
go.
sure I
I see your wares. Armor sets. Give me this now. So, this here's Bloodlust. Subsequent uh, ranged or melee hits against enemies. This against the same enemy increases wearer's total damage dealt to that enemy. The effect degrades over time. Melee speed and fire rate increase by 5%. So basically, it's 35% maximum damage for all three parts. We're going to make
You returned
absolutely,
safely.
considering we are running a pure DPS build, we are going to make absolute goaded use out of this. So we are. So if I go just two pieces, that's 20% increased damage. The only reason I'm keeping the headpiece is for the extra health regen that it gives. It's just a flat passive of 0.3. So it is. Now, that there says 0.3. If we put on the Mender's Charm, it bumps up. Oh no, it's still 0.3. Really? That seems fishy. So it does, because that there should technically work. But on the other hand, bugger it, we're going to go full DPS, considering we're currently on full DPS. So we are. Right, so that's where a boss is. This is the exit, I believe, to a boss. Yep, that's the exit. Right, now we actually have damage and an armor set that does, well, more damage. Speaking of that there, traits, World Walker immediately, because the reduced stamina cost is going to be absolutely fantastic. Now the question is though, do we use the good boy? We actually are going to use the good boy. We're actually going to replace this out. So we're going to keep to our basic idea, and we're going to use the good boy. So how long does this last? For 60 seconds. Last 60 seconds. No, actually, we're not going to use the good boy just yet. You can get armor that increases that duration by a absolutely absorb. I think you can get it up to like 3 minutes. And now our damage feels much better. So a 30% increase to damage? Fucking right. As long as you're hitting the same target over and over and over again, you're going to do damage. Speaking of that there, we can actually have stacking damage now, because I actually went and picked up the Black Sun Ring. Due to the Black Sun, that there's an additional 21% damage, I shall be taking it. Considering we are running an absolute DPS monster right now, I intend on taking it. This is also the point where hot shots realistically should be put back onto my weapon, because the sheer combination of damage that I have now is, well, what you would rather call ridiculous. The pure combination of these two is just sheer ridiculousness, so it is. So the entire idea right now is just, well, yeah. What I really should be doing is putting hot shots back on and focusing on hot shots, because hot shots will make this so much easier. Basically, the raw damage potential of hot shots is it's scary what the potential of hot shots is. I need you to like, you know, who the hell, dog, Ian? God damn it. There's another trade point. I don't have the passive healing anymore, so I do need to keep an eye on my health, because normally I do get, whenever I'm using the twisted armor, I do get lazy with my health. So I do. There's probably do you wanna know something? I'm not even gonna lie. There's probably an item or a trade book, or there's probably something in there that I've missed, but I do not, as of right now, care enough. We're going to pick up hot shots, because we're now at that stage where our DPS is just that ridiculous that hot shots is just going to help us a great deal. So, ammunition deals fire damage, which is increased by 15%, so it's a 50% damage increase. Shots have a 20% chance to apply a burning effect, which deals 200 damage over 10 seconds, lasting 15 seconds. What? Oh, there's just the duration of the mod itself. Plus you can stack the fire damage up to 3 times. I'll let you figure out the additional DPS on that one. And what makes it even more messed up is the fact that I am more than likely going to be changing this build over once I get a specific weapon. I will more than likely change this build to a absolute beefcake damage weapon. There is a weapon, and it is absolutely ridiculously powerful. And if it's not in the second one, I'm going to be very sad. Okay, I'll piss off. If it's not in the second one, I actually am going to be upset. I'm not even gonna lie. I will be upset if it's not the second one. I don't expect it to be in the second one, because it was whenever they released it in this game, it was kind of busted. Just drilling down the windows like. As it says, any additional trade points that I get on the route will literally just be put into World Walker, so I can literally just hightail it from area to area. Right, who's got the rocket launcher? Because that shit hurts, mate. I should actually use the rest of that stew and stuff, to be honest. I do have stews and thing in my inventory. I should probably use them at some point. Oh, I see a trade point. Let's go get it. Ow! I jumped down and immediately get shotgun or rocket launched in the face. Well, now you're going to get riddled. I'm gonna pump you full of holes. Trade point. Give me it now, because any and all trade points is good right now due to the fact that I can literally just stack it into World Walker. So I can, which will just help with any movement in general as I traverse each and every area. I wish I could pick up swiftness, but that's gonna be a rather unlikely scenario. So it is. Right, let's pop one of these. Passive health regen is always nice. That down values. Ow! Unnecessary! My damage is up, but my overall survivability is way down. Not what you would consider a very firm trade, look. I don't like that. That stagger bullshit is so bullshit. To be fair, that is what Lido's armor's for. Okay, what have I pissed off? There's a boss somewhere that I pissed off. Look, if you want to get in the receiving side of my hot shots, I will more than happily oblige. But seriously, piss off. And there's that Kamehameha. Luckily enough, I scored a headshot before he could finish me off with it. And I know where a lot of my survivability has went through as well. The armor's not properly upgraded, so that there would be a holy shit dead giveaway as well. So yeah, there's another answer that I just discovered, is the fact that yeah, I haven't upgraded the armor, so the armor is kind of weak. So yeah, should probably get around to fixing that, shouldn't I? Galvanized iron's always nice. I'm just seeing if there's any loose items or trade points before we head into the boss here. See, all these guys have unique marksman rifles. Why not give us it? Yeah, that's it. There's nothing else of use here. Right, let's go see how quickly we can melt a boss with this DPS setup we've got going at the minute. Speaking of that, there actually inventory. Pop this. Let's get that. And let's get that. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Get that. Yes, sir. Now, next to that there, we got two traits. World Walker. I'm sorry, I'm putting it all into stamina because we are going to be doing a lot of running. I don't even know what boss we're against. We're about to find out. Lair of the Eyeless, that would be his, I believe his name is. It's basically a thing that summons skulls. It is, alright. And the mod that you get from him is actually pretty useful as well. Yeah, technically before I fought one of these guys, only this is the boss version. And this guy likes to shout a lot. But he's also hardy, raise. So yeah, so not he is, raise. He also does fire damage as well, which is kind of nasty. Yeah. Right, I need to get rid of the skellies first. Skeleton heads first. Right, you like to use fire? So do I. Really? You're an asshole. There's a radioactive skulls. I don't need them anywhere near me. Right, come here nice and close. Come here. I need you nice and close. Come here. How do you like it, bitch? Oh, I'm not hurt from this. No shit, Sherlock. Of course it's not fucking good. Right, reload. He can't run away as easy now. Where the fuck is he? There he is there. Get your ass back here, bitch! Oh, you are such a bitch. He's got triple stack fire on him anyway. No. Right, I need ammo. That hardy buff is such a nuisance, but go on, look my way. And I am going to absolutely abuse your weak point, Nit. No, that's not what I'm to do. Again, I'm just going to straight up abuse that weak point. Sentinel Shard, basically, see those little skulls he was spawning? Now we can spawn them. So we can. So that's not actually a bad thing. So I'm not going to argue too much on that. But still though, still a bit of a pain in the ass. Just not the nicest thing, to be honest. Just a pinch overkill. Yeah, we need to go back. See, the second we get the opportunity, we're going back and we're upgrading this armor. So we are. And then we'll probably focus a little bit more on bark skin too. So we immediately get our opportunity to actually get out of here. Let's get out of here. Because this armor needs upgraded. Toot sweet! Upgrade the weapon too while we're out. Yes, you, come here. No, I'm not using the beam rifle. I'm sticking to the right typewriter. Yeah, I figured that was going to be the case. Upgrade, and then we're going to upgrade this gear as well up to where we need it. Yes. Okay, that I can live with. Right, so yeah, we've got no trade points available. Let's go. So now we're in the Scorching Wastes. I have no idea what's going to be here. I don't even know how exactly this all sort of layers out as well, which is kind of weird. My brain's a little bit fuzzy on the information. But we're going to find out one way or another. Hi guys!
Oh God! What is that?
Oh, that's some dogs.
Stay down!
Moving on with the rest of our day. Alright. Right, we'll go up north first. I'm assuming it'll lead to a dungeon. Depending on said dungeon, depends on how annoyed I'm gonna be basically. Because I'm nearly sure this counts as where I'm going to counts as a side dungeon, which is kind of, depending on the side dungeon, can be kind of irrelevant because I don't have the requirements to get what I want out of said side dungeon. I'm not gonna lie, that damage is absolutely. Oh, okay, no, this isn't a side dungeon. This is a mid. This is a mid zone area. Yeah, this is a mid zone area. Right, so there's another mini boss that we need to take care of, which I'm assuming is the other direction. So this is going to be a mini zone. Yeah, this is the. Oh, that's gonna be fun to try and memorize. And that's an odd set of armor, so I'm not actually too miffed about that. But this here is a side dungeon, and I'm not 100% sure what the result of this one's going to be. So let's find out. Meow, don't care. Moving on. Hey guys, how are you doing? I don't like the fact that these are still incredibly tanky. Loom of the dark black sun. Loom of the... What? What does that mean?
Come on!
Loom of the black sun. I have no idea what that means.
Stay down!
I am of the utmost confused now. I don't know what the loom of the black sun is. I really should put more effort in to learning everything in this game, but considering the second one's on the verge of coming out, I don't really have the time to be doing such things. I should really actually get around to focusing on Exploiter as well, to be fair. Considering all I do is actually aim for the head. More thing though would be nice. What's the word I'm looking for? More galvanized iron would be nice. So it would be. I'm not gonna lie. More galvanized iron would be nice. More adrenaline can actually help with the movement speed. I'm not gonna lie about that either. I end up turning into an adrenaline junkie at this rate. I'm getting iron again for some reason, which is weird. Is that a simulacrum? Okay. That's actually not a bad thing. I'm not going to complain about getting a simulacrum. Simulacrums are like titanite slabs, basically. They are as rare as hen's teeth.
Come on!
But I am getting ripped apart though, which is kind of bugging me a bit. Primarily due to these wee guys. These guys actually piss me off something serious. And not having passive health regen kind of is boning me right now. I'm not very impressed with that. So I'm not. Oh, piss off! Why are you here? I need you to die immediately. Any purple items about there? Oh, piss off. Give me a purple item, would you? or a trade point. I'll take either. So I'll take either. Oh yeah, this is a boss fight. Okay. Okay. Now what boss is it is the question. The spindle. Oh shit. I know what boss this is. This is the boss I wanted. Hang on, guys. No, hang on. Is it Spindle? It is the boss I want. Give me 2 seconds here, real quick. There is something I need to. There's something I need to Google super quick, and yeah, it's kind of it's relevant to this asshole. So it is, funnily enough. This one here, because this guy drops me a weapon I want. Okay, that's actually, yep. This is actually going to be very easily. Well, I'm hoping it'll be very easily done. But yeah, this asshole Cavalgar Chevalier. I can't remember. I'm not sure how this guy's name's pronounced. To be fair, he looks awesome, but I can't remember what his name is. That Chevalier or Cavalgar? Oh my god, that just makes that so much easier. Now, as far as I'm aware, right, you should start spawning creatures. Piss off with your Kamehameha bullshit. Oh, I punch it straight through. Now die. Right, I need you to smash. Yep. The spindle. And now you know why it's called the spindle. Right, spawn your guys so I can kill them first. Only one guy? 2 guys? That actually makes my life a little bit easier. I'm not gonna argue. Take out another shield. Take out another shield. I'm out of ammo. Let's fix that very quickly, shall we? And let's move you down. So you're going to do your little spindle shit again. You're lucky I'm just taking my time with you right now. Ooh, I was right. Fucking that one up. Right, so what you have to do to get the specific weapon that I'm getting, basically you have to kill him before he can absorb the minions, basically. Hence the reason we're hard focusing his minions. And this should be the last time we do need to hard focus his minions. So it should be. Ow. Because we're going to use hot shots and we're going to absolutely rinse this guy's health bar. And I mean really and truly rinse this guy's health bar. There's not going to be much left of him after this. And the boys sliver as well as the howling. Which means that we actually got the main boss area, so we're actually missing a side area. With recovery, which is stamina regen. Beautiful. Right, and then this should pop us out right here. Yup. Happy days. Right, so we're now in the eastern, well, we're back here, so we can go actually take on the final boss for this area. Even though we've already taken on the final boss, there's another final boss. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? It's hard to figure out what way we want to do this. Because I do need to go through the... I suppose it's not needed unless we're going to go full on overkill. It won't be needed. Let's just go take this guy out. So basically his name's the Undying King. He's called the Undying King for a damn good reason. He's an asshole. He's just an asshole. Right, now, Highland Key, yes. Alright, pop and pop, let's move. Right, so this guy, you've got two choices, either way you're going to need to go to the next area, so to speak. Do you go to the next area? Hang on. No, you get the, yeah, yeah, no, I remember how this works now. Yeah, it's like a main area type deal, so it is. So this guy I think got rated the hardest boss in Remnant. So he did the Undying King. He got rated the hardest boss primarily because you have to kill him twice. So you do, and like he looks funky as fuck. So he does. Like don't get me wrong, his design's flawless though.
You have come a long, difficult way, if the whispers are true. So, traveler, what do you believe brings you here?
Yeah. So Undying King.
A pity, really. For example, I know exact child.
You
I have
do?
seen the back.
Yeah.
Your home,
Basically,
the
he's
old
like
catacomb.
the
You require this
midpoint
key
of the main
to
game.
lose your salvation.
Give it to him.
I should hope,
See, the
regard
thing is my
the
plan
reason
is
these
regardless,
inhabitants bring me the beast's
bring me the
heart.
beast's heart.
And
Yeah,
so
like we're going to
I never
accept so you
listen.
could open up the portal for me because that's the next area. But at the exact same time, though, excuse me, let me re-equip my weapon of choice. But at the exact same
Have
time,
you
though, I'm also just like, yeah, no, refuse. And now we're going to piss him off.
arrogant child? Attend to
Ignorant
there
child.
is an
We have an intruder in our midst. Basically, this guy's just like Giga Beef. Yeah, he's just not nice to fight. So we're going to take out his guards first. Now, this guy, you don't have to worry about having side things or anything. But see those there little orbs that he spawns? They're a pain in the ass. Right, let's see how some hot shots treat you. Oh, Jesus, Undying King, you're getting minced. Absolute mincemeat there, boys. Where are you going to? Right, that's his one health bar down. Now you'll respawn with half a health bar. Or not even half a health bar. Dude, you got minced. You're meant to be the hardest boss in this game. I feel betrayed. Or is it just because I'm just that? No, it's not even that there. Because now I'm getting heavily outnumbered. And if he gets close to me, he's going to end up nuking me to death. Right. This is the point where you wish you had grenades. Because I am just getting ripped. A new one. He's healing too. Right, you need to fuck off right now. Hot shots, bitch. Suck it! Part of the Undying and the Labyrinth Key. Suck it, you undying brat. That was a little bit rougher than anticipated. Undying Heart, you get a sniper rifle that gives you a once per turn revive. And Kingslayer, which I do believe is critical damage, not crit chance. Critical damage, yes. And we have the Labyrinth Key. But we have this area to go through, which was updated in a DLC. The Almighty Swamps of Courses. This place got upgraded in a DLC, and it's just nasty to deal with now. The joys, right? Let's get out of here. We're heading back to Ward 13 to do our final recaps. So yeah, that gives you a rough idea of how powerful our current build is right now. And that is us anywhere near maximum potential due to the fact that we still have exploiter level up and stuff like that there. But we now have recovery, which I'm going to actually increase 2 points to. Stamina cost is still very nice. Quick hands would be nice. Extra health would be nice. Extra damage would be nice. But we're going with the stamina here at the minute, so we are. On the other hand, let's go have a nosy. Aye, that's right. So we picked up the particle excel. Aye, we're about to pick up the particle accelerator, so we are. This weapon's basically beastly. The problem is we do not have the current
Yeah,
build for it
maybe
yet.
worth my time.
So there's the that there, and then we have that there, which is basically if charged upon death, the wielder will revive 50% health. They will also take 10% less damage and be immune to status effects for 5 seconds. And then it has an internal 5 minute cooldown. Or 5 minute cooldown, yes. Insane damage, so it does. Absolute insane. But then you have the particle accelerator, which fires a projectile which deals 50 damage and opens a gravity well for 5 seconds. Once unstable, it explodes, dealing up to 500 damage with a 5 meters adds 300 damage per enemy and divides total damage among all enemies. You can sort of see how busted this thing can be. So we're going to pick it up because we're going to... Oh, we also got a new trait as well. What trait did we pick up today? Spread and recoil. We need that for the Chicago typewriter as well. Jesus Christ, this game is just feeding me more stuff. Yeah, this thing's kind of just stupid, so it is. But it's a single shot rifle. It's a lot like the marksman rifle. The reload animation is absolutely awesome on it. Let's go just sort of demonstrate what the actual weapon card does if you haven't seen it before, because it is kind of ridiculous to be honest. It's just a shame is we do not have a setup for it. Just go pop, and then it's that sucks everything in, and then boom. Yeah, it's kind of scary. Right. On the other hand, we're still on the Chicago typewriter. We now also have handling. Handling is going to be really nice because there's spread and recoil. Mostly it's about the spread. Like if we can get the spread under control, it means we get a tighter focus point. So there's that. Critical damage will be upgraded later if needed. World Walker, those two are just hand in hand very good if you're going to be doing a lot of adventure mode. Yeah, we're doing real well and we're going real quick. So guys, hope you all enjoyed. Please like, share, and subscribe. And guys, I shall see you all in the next video. Bye bye.